Hi guys, Plexi Cosplay here. In today's video I'm going to show you how to rotocast using 65D from Smooth On. So in last week's video I showed you how to make a mold from using Rebound 25. I made the mold for Sub-Zero's mask from the new Mortal Kombat movie. And then in order to cast I need to rotocast, so rather than a flat pour, this is something that's going to take a little movement and a little extra skill. So go ahead and get your supplies and let's get started. Okay, so this is the mold that we made in the last video. It's using Rebound 25 with a hard plaster shell to hold the shape on the outside. I don't know if you necessarily need ease release, but after a terrible mistake in a previous video, I actually don't think I even recorded and posted it for you all. I always use it before anything, before I cast anything. So you put that on first. And then I'm also using a mica powder on the inside. This is going to be picked up by the rotocast so that it has a color to it. I'm also going to dye the casting material black just because it comes in a, I believe, a clear color. But once it's poured into this, it will pick up that mica powder because on the other side of the mica powder is the ease release. So that will pull it away from this mold. I'm doing a silver mica powder on the outside parts. And then I'm also going to use a dark blue on the middle section, and this is just a screen accuracy type of thing for me. And I just use a brush, make sure you get into all the crevices as you're doing this. I'm even going a little extra step here. I like to pull it out of the shell and flip it inside out so that I can really get into any of the small crevices, and there are a lot in this mask. So you're going to go ahead and mix your casting material. I'm using 65D from Smooth On, and I did use 1 drop of a black dye as well. It's a resin dye, just to keep it a dark color. It actually helps to make the metallic mica powder colors kind of have an extra pop. You're just pouring enough into the mold and you're not trying to overfill it. It will be a little messy as you rotocast at first. It is a very viscous liquid, so it might pour out into the edges a bit. That's okay. Just slowly rotate your mold back and forth to cover all of the exposed sections that you're trying to cast. So I start in the middle and do one side and then slowly rotate to the other. And then over time, it takes, I believe, 15 minutes or something for this to cure. You're just going to spend the time to sit here and slowly back and forth, making sure that the 65D is covering all of the sections as it thickens and begins to cure. You'll see this as you're casting. It does thicken right before your eyes, and you want to just make sure that you have the same kind of thickness in all of the sections. So you've got some time to do this. Just take your time, add a little bit more if you see that it's a little bit of a thin wall. That's what I'm doing here in this part. If I can see the mold through it, I like to just add a bit more, and it is a little bit thicker at this time, so that's nice. This is once it's finally cured. After you have it completely cast on all sides, you sit it down, let it cure for I think the full 15 minutes, and then pull the mold out of the shell. Slowly peel the 65D cast off of your Rebound 25 silicone mold, and you'll see that it peels away nicely here. Your cast will continue to harden over the next day or so. Before it does fully harden, I like to pull off any of the windows, any of the drippage or spillage that you have around the edges. Just kind of clean it up before it does fully harden to its final state. And it's just to keep it nicer. It makes it a little easier to pull those sections apart right now. So again, just let it fully cure after you're done pulling your pieces apart. I used a little bit of silver rub and buff to just pull out that metallic shine at the end. So I hope your rotocasting went super great. If you have any questions, comments, issues, leave them in the comments below. Please like, subscribe to this channel, and come see me next week for another tutorial. Thanks again!